여기 와 단번에 느껴 널 한 입에 치즈처럼 집어넣을 테다 향기 맡고.
Okay, I would start filming. Let's get to know now, but there's a plane flying over my head. Cool. Great way to start a video. Let's go. It's dark. Hey yo, what is up YouTube? Ginno here, the greatest music reviewer on the planet. And today we're doing a Let's Get to Know on the biggest K-pop group around, EXO. Now you may be thinking, hold up Ginno, you know EXO incredibly well, and Let's Get to Know is your series where you get to know a group you don't know. Yeah, but we're doing a special episode because EXO's comeback is very soon. They've been building up to it for the past week with these EXO teasers. So I thought I'd do a Let's Get to Know all about EXO so I can teach other people about EXO and hopefully also be relatively entertaining, but that's hard to do. I'm just not funny. But I am the greatest music reviewer on the planet, so it's fine. I'm very excited to share my insight and love of these beautiful big boys today. So, let's get to know EXO and its members. EXO is a Korean-Chinese boy group formed under SM Entertainment back in 2012. Suho, the leader, a lead vocal and a very sexy boy. He's part of the 91 line and he's well known for his terrible dad jokes, but I love him. He also has some very cute doggies. He also has just a lovely voice. He's a very talented guy and he is a fantastic leader. And his real name is Kim Jun-myun. I always pronounce his name wrong. I still struggle with it, even when I was doing my live stream the other night. I just couldn't pronounce his name. God, my hair's so fluffy today. What? Why is it so fluffy? Ah. Next up is Xiumin. He is a lead vocalist, a lead dancer, and he also was part of the rap line, not so much anymore. Xiumin is actually the eldest, being born in 1990. He's also part of the EXO subunit, EXO CBX, and also has recently made a song with Mark of NCT. That was phenomenal. His real name is Kim Min-seok. The third member is Lay. He is the only Chinese member left in EXO. He's a main dancer and a vocalist and also part of the 91 line with Suho. Lay has a fantastic solo career in China, dropping his album Lose Control in 2016. It's just such a great album. He's also a host on the Chinese show Go Fighting. Lay is just a straight up beautiful unicorn man, and I'm always looking forward to more music from him, and it's a shame he's not going to be particularly involved in this new EXO comeback. It's a damn shame. SM, sort your shit out. His real name is Shang Yixing. Forgot to mention that before I went off my anti-SM rant. At 4, it's Baekhyun, or Bacon. Bacon. Bacon is possibly the most widely known EXO member, very popular. He's a main vocalist, he's a visual, and he's part of the 92 line. He's a lovable fluffball, and he's very funny. He's so likable. He actually has one of my personal favourite voices in the Korean music industry. He can also play the piano, and he's the second member in EXO CBX. He's also part of the infamous Beagle line. You'll get to know them pretty soon. And finally, his real name is Byun Baekhyun. The fifth member is Chen. He is a main vocalist and he's often regarded as the best vocalist within the Korean music industry. Best male vocalist, that is. Can't forget my girl Ailey. He's part of the 92 line and the Beagle line. He can come across as quite quiet and sophisticated at the beginning, but once you get to know him, he's actually really loud. And his real name is Kim Jong-dae. At 6th, it's Chen Yeol. He is EXO's main rapper, but he's also a vocalist and a visual. In my opinion, Chen Yeol is the most talented in EXO. He can play the drums, the piano, the guitar, the bass guitar. He's also a top-notch lyricist and just a phenomenal song composer as well. I think he's very good at that sort of thing. He's so positive, he's a funny guy. He just seems very lovely as well, and he's the final member in the 92 and Beagle line. I think you'll notice a common thing between the three members in the Beagle line. They're all funny and loud, so yeah. Chen Yeol also cries, like a lot, and his real name is Park Chen Yeol. The 7th member goes by the stage name Dio. He's a main vocalist and he was born in 1993. His real name is Do Kyung-soo. Many XOLs hate his stage name, Dio, so they call him Kyung-soo. I personally sort of mix it up in between the two because I don't mind his stage name, but I know a lot of XOLs do hate it. He's a very funny guy. He doesn't show much emotion, but he's funny and he comes out with some great one-liners. One of the highlights of Kyungsoo's career is definitely this moment. He's recently been branching out as an actor as well, featuring in a couple movies and dramas, so sort of like TV show type things. And he recently actually won an award for, I think it's Breakout Star or Young Breakout Star. I personally find him to be one of the funniest members because he's just so goddamn awkward. But there's something else that's quite interesting. He speaks very good English. At number 8, it is Kai, the dance master, the face of the group. He's also a lead rapper and a vocalist. What can this guy do? He's part of the 94 line, and interesting little fact, he has a very good relationship with fellow SM trainee and Shiny member Taemin. He can be quite quiet, but he loves to laugh. He's very happy to be childish. He's also a tan-skinned god. His real name is Kim Jong-in. And finally, at number 9, we have the final EXO member, Sehun. Sehun is the magnate of the group. He's also part of the 94 line. He's not actually that much younger than Kai. He's a lead dancer, he's a lead rapper, and he's a visual. Sehun has had some wacky hair colours, to say the least, over the years. He's had rainbow hair, he had broccoli coloured hair. Right now he's got really awesome orange hair, looks cool. A bit like Kai, he's quite quiet, but he comes out with some phenomenal one-liners. He can be very funny. He's one of the most popular EXO members in Korea and internationally, just because he's so likeable and he's very, very good looking. And his real name is Oh Sehun. And that's all the EXO members, is it? Well, let's address the elephant in the room. EXO have had some members leave the group. There were originally 12 members, there are now 9, so very quickly I'm going to go over the members who left, but this video is mainly going to be talking about EXO, the modern EXO. But I do think it's important to recognise that these members left because they are important to EXO's development as a group and the way their music has changed and that sort of thing. Now, all 3 of the members who left were all Chinese members. First was Chris, who was a rapper, and he was also sort of the second leader in the EXO group. He left EXO in early 2014 due to issues with SM, but he also had some heart problems and stuff, and he sort of blamed it on SM, but it's all very complex. There's a lawsuit and stuff, so I don't want to go into it. Then there's Luhan, a vocalist and a dancer. He left the group shortly after Chris in late 2014 due to issues with SM. Then there's Tao, a rapper and a dancer, who left in mid-2015 due to issues with SM, but also a reoccurring injury. All 3 have led successful careers in China and elsewhere, but like I said, I sort of want to focus on modern day EXO today, so you can sort of research them if you want to. There's stuff all over the internet about them. Now, if you are an EXO-L already and you're watching this video, you may be like, Ginno, why aren't you mentioning the fact that EXO used to be split into 2 different groups? That's what I'm getting to now. Originally, when EXO were formed, there was 2 different EXO groups. There was EXO K, which was the Korean side, and then there was the EXO M, which was the Chinese side. EXO K was a purely Korean group, whereas EXO M had the 4 Chinese members and also 2 of the Korean members. The separation of the members went as follows. In EXO K, it was Suho, Baekhyun, Chenyol, Dio, Kai, and Sehun. And in EXO M, Chris, Xiumin, Lei, Luhan, Tao, and Chen. This separation no longer exists since the 3 members left. However, they still do Chinese and Korean songs. EXO are the largest K-pop group in terms of fans across the world, and also in terms of current sales in Korea. They also have very impressive support in the Western markets. However, they are really yet to take them by storm, take them at the throat. There's also an EXO subunit that I've already mentioned, that is EXO CBX, which is Chen, Baekhyun and Xiumin. They've already released 2 EPs, Hey Mama, which was a Korean release, and Girls, which was a Japanese release. And the next part of today's episodes, we're going to be exploring EXO's relationships, and we're going to try to get to know those relationships better. Now, this is something I'm not an expert on, but we're going to be talking about shipping. There's loads of ships in EXO between the members, and there's some very funny ones, there's some very dirty ones, but some of the most popular common ships in EXO, at least in my experience, are Chanbaek or Baekhyul, that's Baekhyun and Chenyol. Then there's Kaisu, which is Kai and Kyungsu, and Chen, which is Xiumin and Chen. Now, like I said, I'm not big into shipping, so I'm not an expert of this. You'll probably have to ask someone in the comments if you want to know any more big ships, but for me, those are the ones that seem to come up the most. But for me, one of my favorite relationships in EXO is the relationship between Suho, the leader, and Sehun, the maknae. They've known each other for an incredibly long time, and it's such a great sort of brotherly friendship. I just love it so much. It's brilliant. Now, moving on to a slightly different type of relationship. This is boyfriend and girlfriend relationships. Baekhyun and Kai have both had public relationships with other idols. Baekhyun and Taeyoon of Girls' Generation were dating for a period, and Kai and Crystal of FX were dating for a period, but those relationships are now over, unfortunately. Or fortunately, it depends on your perspective. There was lots of anger surrounding these relationships, which I think I certainly do not understand, and I thought it was a bit pathetic. This is from fans just getting angry at their idols for having a life in dating. I will never get it, but it happens, unfortunately. EXO have done quite a few different variety shows. Most famously, EXO Showtime, which if you want to get to know EXO, it's the best way to do it. There's 12 episodes, it's hilarious, it's glorious, and that's really how I got to know EXO. But it does have all 12 members as opposed to the modern day 9 members. Their appearances on Weekly Idol and Star Show 360 are also really fun. EXO have 3 studio albums with a 4th one coming along. These albums are called XOXO, Exodus and Exact. Bit of a running theme there. And the new one is called The War. What? How? Exodus is genuinely considered their greatest piece of music released as of yet. However, XOXO actually has more sales. And Exact is a personal favourite of mine, mostly because it's the first EXO album that came out when I was a fan. You know, I've been a fan for just over 2 years now, and this album, Exact, came out about a year ago. EXO also do a winter EP every year since 2013, and their first ever EP was Mama, which was their debut. Their best-selling single, and the song that is generally pointed to as the point when EXO became very popular, is Growl. That came off their repackaged version of the XOXO album. But my favourite EXO song is Lucky One. It's the one I always show to people if I want to get them into EXO, so I highly suggest that's a song you check out. EXO Lucky One. It came out last year. It's great. But my favourite music video is Monster, which also came out last year, and it's just a fantastic music video. The dance as well to it is fantastic, and just and now I'm just going to give you some suggestions of music videos, songs, etc. to check out if you really want to get to know them. If you are already an XOL, feel free to add what you think in the comments, just because it's a good way of getting involved. Anyway, I'm going to have to read them off here because it's very hard to remember. So my suggestions for music videos to watch are Growl, Call Me Baby, Dancing Kings, Monster, Lucky One, and Mama. All just fantastic music videos, but also there's a little bit of history there because Mama was their debut, and then you go up to things like Monster and Lucky One, and those are the most recent ones, other than Lotto and this new one that's coming out, Coco Bop. Now, my suggestions for songs to listen to, these are not necessarily their most famous songs, but Black Pearl, Artificial Love, Heaven, Cloud9, El Dorado, XOXO, Heart Attack, and Overdose. Also, Transformer, I forgot to mention that on here. Transformer is also a great song. And my suggestion for songs and music videos never to watch or listen to, Wolf. Just don't. Never, ever. There's just no need to watch it. So yeah, let's move on to YouTubers you should watch. For dedicated XOL YouTubers, I would highly suggest these sort of hilarious comedy shitposting channels, XOSexo and Happy Yol. They're both very, very funny, and I watch their videos a lot, and I often do reactions on this channel. So if you want to see those sort of things, subscribe to them. Please, they're great. And my suggestions for XOL reaction review YouTubers, sort of like what I do. Although, let's face it, I am the best music reviewer on the planet. Anyway, my suggestions are Tae and Varun. Both are XOLs and they make some great videos. But if I'm being completely honest, I'm probably the biggest XOL reaction YouTuber around in terms of the amount of videos I made. I mean, on my old channel I had 300 EXO videos, and on this new channel I already have something like 70. So there you go. This is crazy. And that's all I have for today. If I missed anything or you want to know a little bit more, post in the comments anything. I've tried my best. I tried to make it easily digestible, and I haven't gone into huge amounts of detail where people get confused or whatever. So I hope you learned a little bit about EXO today. Obviously I couldn't fit in every bit of detail into the video because I could talk about this group for hours and hours, and I didn't want this video taking like 30 minutes. Also, hopefully I haven't made any mistakes. If I have, please correct me, feel free to. Now let's all get behind EXO for this comeback. I'm hoping that they're going to be on like the Billboard charts and stuff. We want them to be getting #1s, we want them to be breaking records, we want them to get more daesangs this year. And their music video to Coco Bop will be releasing soon, so we gotta watch the hell out of that. Reaction for that will be coming as soon as it comes out, hopefully. I am so hyped for this, and if you aren't, then screw you. Sorry, that was a bit harsh. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. This is going to be Ginno signing out. See you guys soon. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed that video, don't forget to follow me on all my bits in the description, my Twitter, my Instagrams. You can also support me on Patreon, that'd be greatly appreciated. Or you can click the little t-shirt icon. I got my merch. Yeah, or you could just subscribe. But yeah, that's it. Don't know how to end this video off. I think I'm just gonna fade to black.